Hi, my name is Joe, and tonight we're going to be reacting to the Ninja banner, and I saw the thumbnail, and all I have to say is KCB is in shambles. But I don't know what the rest of it is going to be. It's going to be female Shez, who is always a dagger unit. Anyway, some could say that it would make sense for this unit to be on the Ninja banner because she always has daggers, but I would say that's low-hanging fruit. And like, once again, this is a blue dagger infantry. We are getting a power-crept version of this unit right around the time they're getting a refine. Like, legendary female Shez is getting a refine right now. Why do they keep doing this? Soren just got a refine, new Soren. There's one other one that I'm thinking of that I referenced in a previous video. I can't think of it right now. Anyway, I'm going to try to make this quick. Covert duality. You have slaying, brave, but it's actually only if the unit initiates combat. I feel like every brave thing we've gotten in the last few years has been dual phase, just like as a baseline, but this one's actually only if you initiate. Maybe they're actually starting to dial back the power creep. You get after action, including Canto, speed defense -7, sabotage and exposure, seeking and spreading within 2. Solid. Exposure, more damage, more better. And, oh my god, this looks like a whole nothing burger, man. And then you have blah 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 plus 14 to all, neutralize bonuses. You get 25 true damage, 15 flat DR, and that's it. This is dookie water. Hello? I mean, the preference A is probably going to go hard, and then Comet is really good. In one of my recent videos, I was also talking about how Winter Female Shez, I feel like if the A slot wasn't awful, could actually be a good unit, so hopefully this is a true modern version of that with, like, true damage and flat DR and stuff like that. So, Rapid Slice. Start of player or enemy phase, you get 50% piercing. Hexblade. Hexblade is something they don't give out that often. Some random units have it. The seasonal blue Nidhogg has it as support, which is really nice. Honestly, decent value. And then you have, if unit initiates combat or is within 2, you get Omni +9, 40% pierceable DR, 7 flat DR, okay. Full NFU, so not bad. And this is another instance of us getting pierceable DR plus flat DR. So, yeah, even though the brave is only if she initiates, maybe she's able to live something? We'll see. That's like the bare minimum. No true damage, though, in this, but at least she has it in the weapon. It's whatever. And then you have the Omni Effectiveness thing, and I don't think anything is different here. So yeah, there's that, and then, is this a new disarm? Okay, it's still full disarm, and Lookout Smog, which I can only assume is just active Lookout and Pulse Smog together, because hey, those are like the only 2 good dagger C skills, Lamau. Might as well make them one thing. Canto 2, distance swap, attack speed +4, 7 flat DR, which I don't remember being a part of either of these skills, but okay. You might as well make dagger units a little good. The hallmark of a dagger unit is not the survivability, so I don't really know why they keep doing this. You need true damage on this, and this is like the 3rd version of Shez's A slot with the Omni Effectiveness, and they still don't give her true damage in that. It just makes it really hard to justify, because units are going to keep getting more and more true damage, usually in the A slot, if you're infantry at least. I mean, a lot of it is in the B slot now, but you can still get a decent chunk of it in the A slot, and they refuse to give it to her there, so whatever. So you get 7 flat DR, and then you also get Scout-ish fine. This unit, I don't know. Are they expecting Hexblade to put in work? She does have a decent chunk of defense, honestly, so maybe all of that flat DR can actually do something. And then Yunaka, another, you know, already dagger unit, but okay. Red Bow Infantry. Oh boy, does she just have the same thing? Please don't tell me this is power crept. Oh, Arch Rival? Okay. Bow Stealth, so we have Slaying, unit attacks twice, even if foe initiates combat. Why does Shez not get that? Whatever. And then you get After Action, including Canto. You inflict Discord, Speed Shackle, Defense Shackle, Seeking, spreading within 2. Solid, but no exposure kind of hurts my ass, because true damage is the name of the game. As for the combat, you get blah 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 plus 14, 25 true damage, 15 flat DR, and full tempo. Boring as fuck weapon. It really is. It feels like the combat part of all these weapons is just not worth reading, and then you have Arch Rival, and a power crept A slot. I don't think this unit is even a year old. And she's still solid, I think. The A slot is not something that you needed to power creep. The A slot is why the unit is good. We'll see. You get pass. You get colorless weapon triangle advantage.
Holy fuck!
For no reason. Okay. Put this unit with Balder, Brave Balder for triangle adept shenanigans, I guess. Could be funny. Start of player or enemy phase if units 25% or healthier grants. Heavy blade. Dodge. Yeah, look, man. The proof is in the pudding. More pierceable DR, and on this unit, more pierceable DR support. It's making a comeback. The proof is in the pudding. And then you have, I want to say these are the exact same conditions. Ally, Divine Vein, Defensive Terrain, and Difficult Terrain. Yeah, I think this is all the same. If anything within 2 is that, she can move within 2 of any of that. So she gets this giant warp range on top of having pass. Like, this is why this unit's crazy. The limiting factor nowadays is the raw stopping power to get through. So, we'll see. And with Heavy Blade, she probably just wants to get to Arch Rival and then survive a counterattack and then hit back, quad is my guess. And then if unit initiates combat or is 25% healthier, grants Omni +9. More true damage. If there's a space within 2 spaces of unit that meet any of the conditions, X equals 15. You get 15 more true damage. Jeez. Okay. But if she's isolated, it's 7. Considerable drop-off. That's more than 2x, by the way. I mean, it's only 1 more than 2x, but still. And then more flat DR from that as well, and 50% piercing. So, yeah. I mean, if we're talking about a glow-up, even more true damage, more type effectiveness for, no reason. Arch Rival being crazy and basically guarantee you're getting to that. And then you have Lull Finish, the speed defense version, so you get 15 more true damage, 7 more flat DR, on top of the Lull effect, which is powerful still, and healing on hit. So yeah, I really think the design philosophy with this unit is initiate with your insane warp range and pass, either kill outright, or get to Arch Rival, able to live the hit, and then kill with the quad, because you get the NFU from Odd Speed Wave as well. So you have NFU, Full Tempo, Brave, Heavy Blade, get to Arch Rival, live, kill back on the quad. That's just me. This unit seems pretty good, no? It is just better Yunaka? I don't know, this seems kind of considerably better. Look at this. That's a cool animation. How much is this even gonna do to her, man? Okay, it still almost kills her at least, not putting Brave Deer Man in the complete dirt. But this is also a sham showcase anyway, let's be real. But I don't know, man, that unit seems kind of good. We're getting another Hrid alt, and he was the first unit to introduce the Frozen mechanic, which was really powerful. And it's still really powerful, but they keep giving it out sparingly. More and more things are getting it, but it's still not a lot. He's Axe Cav. Oh boy, I know how much I love my big attack, big defense Axe Cav. So, and this is a ninja unit I keep forgetting, so he's gonna have Brave, and it's dual phase, slaying. Ooh, and he has support in a 3x3 for just existing. I love that. Omni -5, neutralize bonuses, and 50% DR piercing. Okay. For just existing? Okay. Oh shit.
I'm coming!
Is this a demote? It's finally here, the friggin' crystalline water for attack defense. Finally. I don't know why it took this long for them to make this shit. If this guy's a demo, I definitely want at least 1 or 2 of this to spread around, because holy finally. It's not even that crazy. Anyway, Glacial Seal, cancel remaining +1 min 2, player enemy phase, attack defense -7, Frozen, of course, it's Hrid, the originator, and defense shackle, closest and spreads within 2, really good. Dual phase Frozen as a status, really, really nice. It honestly would have been so crazy if they made him fast and then made him inflict Frozen and Speed Shackle or something like that to really get the speed difference crazy level, you know what I'm saying? At start of enemy phase, except in Pawns of Loki, which leads me to believe, yup, it is Divine Vein Ice. Really leaning into the ice stuff with him. Don't tell IS that friggin' Niffle exists, by the way. Literally when. Literally when. She got the one stupid alt in the summer, and then never again. The unit just doesn't exist to them, I guess, but whatever. this is still cool. So you have frozen support, ice support, but it applies to spaces 2 spaces away from the nearest foe. This is like cage them in ice, which we've never seen before. Every instance of ice, outside of like Ice Lock, I guess, has been more defensive in nature, but this one is like, it goes to them so that they can't move out of it. And I am on board. If this guy is a demo, I'm nutting. And then finally, at start of combat, if you're 25% or healthier, inflicts attack speed defense -5 on foe. Unit makes a guaranteed follow-up attack, 20% true damage, 20% flat DR. I mean, look, man, I think it might be pretty good. I don't know, man. In SD, I feel like this is toxic. I could be wrong with the advent of the corn ring, but, ooh, that goes hard. It might be hard to justify his team slot in a lot of modes. I don't know. This might go hard on ARD, and especially if he's a D mode, I'm gonna get at least 1 or 2 of him. But I am so tired of seeing this unit, bro. The only version of this character I give a fuck about is the mythic one, and they made that unit so ass. So mega turbo ass, but whatever. The art is good. Let me just double check. Yep, speaking of the mythic, she's a colorless tome cav, so if mythic Golveg wasn't already 6 feet under, this is your wake-up call. Scrolls of Time, you get Slaying, Player Phase Brave. If unit entered combat on the current turn, unit can move through foes' spaces. Ooh. This is new, right? So she always refreshes herself. That's a Golveg mainstay. But now they're making it so after you refresh yourself, you just get pass. At least they're putting it behind something. Like, she's basically always going to be able to do this, yeah, but you at least have to earn it, right? It's much different than Camilla being like, okay, here's 7 spaces of haze and I'm coming. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, and once again, with the only player phase Brave, I feel like they are trying to balance things going forward. I really hope so, but let's keep it pushing. At start of turn grants Time's Gate, Preempt Pulse, and Anathema. Preempt Pulse and Anathema? Okay. Sounds good to me. And then Time's Gate is the Kavasir thing, right? In her special, another defense mythic that just never saw the light of day. God rest her soul. But yeah, and then for the combat, blah, 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 plus 14. But it's based on the number of allies with Time's Gate active, which is interesting, but most of the time, if you're giving it out to your whole team, it's plus 14. And then you get 25 true damage, 15 flat DR, Snore. Finally, if unit initiates combat, grants another action to unit after combat and inflicts gravity. It's the Golveg thing. So, big takeaway here is Brave, pass after your first combat, and Time's Gate, Preempt Pulse, Anathema support, which is actually pretty cool. So, let me use my advanced 1 frame back and forth technique. So, new preference special, future and past, 4 cooldown. So, it goes down to 3 with Slaying, and since she's Brave, pretty much always gonna get to it, but we'll see if there's Heavy Blade anywhere to be seen. Boost damage by 80% of unit speed. 80? 80? Like, I understand that it's a higher cost special, but 80? And she's Brave, so she's gonna get to it more quickly. Okay. 80% of unit speed, full tempo. If unit initiates combat, reduce damage from foes' attacks by X, which equals 40 plus number of allies on the map up to 60, which is basically gonna be always unless it's, you know, your team got nuked. So 60% unpierceable DR here and 80% boost of your speed. It could stop there and it'd be kind of cracked, I'm not gonna lie, and full tempo. And then if unit initiates combat after combat, if unit's special triggered and unit survives, grants another action to unit. So the extra action typically came from her B slot on the Golvegs, from what I'm remembering. I didn't really use them that much, but yeah. This time it's in the weapon and the special. So can these be activated repeatedly, like back to back? Because I think the philosophy might be the weapon one triggers on your first one, you nuke something's face off, and then you live, and then you activate your past stuff, and then you go in again, warp in, or use your past shenanigans, and then use your survivability and Brave and full tempo, and get to future and past, proc it, and then another refresh. I could be wrong, though. If they can't be activated back-to-back on the same turn, then that's a little troll. That would be 3 total actions, and then you could get danced, and then since it's the Ninja Banner, her duo button is also a self-refresh. So yeah, there's some goofy potential here. Sly, more true damage, more better. Assault Hone. Oh man, don't do this. Assault Hone is the one that Heimdall has, where it's just 50% piercing and no true damage or flat DR, even though Outcry Dole had it. Whatever. But we're getting Occultist Breath 5, which wasn't on my bingo board, but looks cool. Conjuring Breath. If unit initiates combat, you get 7 burn. And foe cannot recover HP? Oh, no, dude, no. Pack it up. Tier 5 Poison Strike skills are gonna have Fatal Smoke built in, bro. It might be cooked. Anyway, if unit initiates combat, you get speed res -4, 20% true damage based on greater speed or res, 7 flat TR, and then here's the heavy blade. Wow, man, that's a stacked skill. What the fuck? That's stacked. I was wondering where the heavy blade was coming in, but yeah, that is stacked. What the hell? And if it maintains the same inheritability as the normal Poison Strike skills, which is like everything basically, yeah, could be the new standard for so many units, like the de facto. Ooh, and then we have the duo button, and yes, grants you another action and restores 40 HP. And I honestly am okay with that because, once again, they're trying to play into that big-ass flat DR from her special of 60%, and then you get a little extra in the B slot as well, so they want this unit to actually survive her multi-action, you know, tirade. Alright, let me get to the end and then I'll give my thoughts. Ooh, and then there's a male Shez. Ooh, okay, hold on. Let me just reference this real quick. Assuming they just literally copy and paste this, he'll get what? Player phase Brave, Slaying, Sabotage, Exposure, Seeking, and then like standard combat stuff, but still. I feel like that's enough for Arena. Like Exposure support, that's kind of hype, honestly. So overall thoughts, honestly, I'm kind of tempted, but I can't tell if I'm tempted because of how, let's say, fortuitous I was on the last summoning video if you watch that, so I have orbs left over, for sure. Shez, I'm not high on. I don't think it's enough. You need more true damage in the A slot, and they just refuse to give it to her for some reason. Unless I'm blind. Until that happens, I think that unit's kind of... It's hard to be impressed, so don't really care for her. Yunaka, though, I don't know, man. Low-key could be the best thing on the banner. Hrid is niche, and I like that. He's doing a new thing where the ice is seeking on the opponent, so you want to box them in and prevent them from moving that way, which is really, really cool and really toxic. And since I'm an A or D focused person, I want that to fuck with. Also, Seeking Frozen is hype, so I think there's some potential with that unit, and he has finally like crystalline water for attack defense, which we've been waiting for forever. So there's that. But Yunaka seems really, really toxic. Like, they went, in my opinion, they went a little overboard with the A slot, giving her extra type effectiveness for no reason, and arch rival that she's always going to get to, and more flat DR, and more true damage, and just everything under the sun. Like, is this okay? We'll see, but I think she's going to be super good. And the Golvig I also think is going to be super good. Brave might be doing a bit of the heavy lifting, but like, if the stacking of extra actions works how I think it will, then this unit's going to be crazy. Because you get pass after your first bout of combat, and then you're free to run rampant. I want to say I'll summon on this for Hrid and Yunaka alone. Like, I at least want the Hrid, because he is the 4-star focus, and he has 2 things that I've been waiting for a while, which is Unique Ice and Stronghold for attack defense, so I want a few of him, for sure. And yeah, Yunaka's going to be crazy, Golvig's going to be crazy. I'm not impressed by Shez. That's going to be it for me today. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate you. I'll see you in the next one for probably summoning on this, because it does seem overall pretty good. Let me know your thoughts on this. Let me know if you're going to summon. Have a good one. Bye.
But, you bring the stuff?
It's right here, huh?
Show it.
It's right here.
Show it.
It's right here.
Show it.
It's right here.
Show it.
It's right there.